Hello everyone. Do you want to see a strategy that uses two indicators and has a success rate of 85 or even 90%? If so, then let's not waste any time and get started with this video. So here we have the first entry point using this strategy, which consists of two indicators. The first indicator is EMA, that is the exponential moving average, and the stochastic indicator. Look, we've already opened a trade for an upward movement, and let's break down exactly why we did that. We had signals for this. First, take a look at the stochastic indicator. As you can see, the green line has just crossed the red line from below upwards. This is our first signal that we can make a buy trade, and here's the second signal. The fact that the price was above the moving average. So that's our second signal. It means we can make an upward trade. Guys, there's absolutely nothing complicated about this strategy. Just two signals. You open a trade and get your profit. It's all very easy and simple. There's really nothing you need to analyze deeply here. The strategy is just two signals, that's it, and the trade. By the way, our trade closed successfully in profit, and here we have a second trade, also for an upward move. As you can see, we also had a particular situation where the stochastic lines crossed, and the green line crossed the red one from below. That gave us the first signal to open a trade for an upward move. And the price was actually above the moving average, so that's our second signal as well. The situation here is basically the same as before. Guys, this strategy is absolutely straightforward, simple, and clear to anyone. There's really nothing complicated about it at all. Now, let's just watch patiently to see how our trade closes. And our trade also closed successfully in profit, guys. I want to tell you right away that you can find the settings for this strategy on our Telegram channel. After this video is released, I will post the settings for the moving average and the stochastic indicator. And you'll be able to trade with this strategy easily and earn your profit. The link is in the description below the video. Subscribe and look for the settings for this strategy and these two indicators. So guys, here is a sell situation. Let's analyze this case. Look, on the stochastic, the red line crosses the green one from below upwards. So our very first sell signal is that the price is currently below the moving average. Now, here is the second signal itself. Let's immediately talk about situations where it's better to skip a particular currency pair. It's not worth trading with this strategy in such cases. Let's look at this situation. As you can see, the stochastic lines, they are intertwined, meaning they are basically on top of each other. And there really isn't any clear signal here at all, is there? Do you see this kind of situation on a currency pair? If you do, just skip this currency pair when trading with this strategy and look for setups on another pair. Guys, that's not all. Right now, our trade is about to close in profit and it successfully closes in the plus. And let me show you another situation where we should skip a particular currency pair. Here is a perfect example. Take a look. Here is an immediate example, actually two examples, or maybe even three. An example is when you see that the price is within the moving average, meaning the candles themselves are inside it. Here they are, inside the moving average, so we should also skip such currency pairs. Because even if you get a signal, for example, here we had a sell signal, but the price was within the moving average and it immediately went up, so this might not even be considered a real signal. You should skip such currencies as well. If you see these kinds of situations in the market, it is best to skip those currency pairs too. Here, in this scenario, you would only be able to work at a loss, guys. Now, regarding a buy situation, let's open it up and take a closer look. As you can see, our green line crossed the red one, so here we got a buy signal, number 2. This means that we are above the moving average, and basically we are currently in a prolonged upward trend, which could continue further, guys. By the way, this strategy also has more reliable entry points. Let me tell you a bit more about them. Look, our reliable entry points are when you see a sell situation, for example, and the price is positioned below the moving average. That is, when the price is in the upper zone of the stochastic indicator and the stochastic gives a clear sell signal, then this can be considered a more reliable entry point. The trade is closed successfully. Also, look, when we get a sell signal in the upper zone of the stochastic, that is like here for example, and the price is below the moving average, then this is a more reliable entry point. An entry point, and if the situation is for a buy, for example, when the green line crosses the red one in the lower zone of the stochastic. Here for example, I was above the moving average, so this is also a trustworthy entry point for an upward move. That is, guys, simply put, when you see a sell signal in the upper zone of the stochastic, this is a reliable entry point for us. It's almost a 100% chance for an upward move when the stochastic is in the lower zone. That is, when the price is also above the moving average. This is also a reliable entry point for us. Remember this, write it down somewhere. This is a very interesting feature of this strategy. And it's important to remember, guys, that today the trend is downward. Let's analyze this situation. Look, the red line is the strength, the green one just crossed from below upwards. And again, the first signal is for a buy, and the second is for a sell. I'll continue. The signal is confirmed when it is below the moving average. Then the second signal is for a sale. As I mentioned earlier, there is absolutely nothing complicated about this strategy. There are only two signals to remember, and absolutely any beginner can handle it. Also, let me remind you that you can find the settings for this strategy in our Telegram channel after this video is released. I will publish them there so you can find them and try out this strategy yourself. The link will be in the description below the video. And the trade was successful. That's it from us, guys, and on this note, I'll wrap up. By the way, I forgot to mention something at the beginning of the video. I'm going to be using 30-second Japanese candlesticks, but you can also use 1-minute ones. However, with the 30-second candles, you'll get more signals. With the 1-minute candles, they're more precise, and for the mirror trade, I prefer to set the time to 1 minute. That's all from us, guys. I'm going to wrap up. Thank you all for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to our Telegram channel. The link will be in the description below the video. You'll also find the settings for these two indicators for this strategy there as I post them. Be sure to leave a comment letting me know what you think of this strategy. Did you like it? If you didn't like it, that's fine too. That's all from me. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.